when a piece of media is so popular, so recognized by the audiences, by the world, by its viewers, and then suddenly disappears, or its recognition is no longer as popular, its recognition goes down, where you're not getting as much updates, you're not hearing about it in daily discussions as you once used to hear about it. That whole phrase is referred to as a falloff. And within anime, there has been plenty, and let me tell you, plenty of series that have fallen off from having top glorical moments of hype to just what happened to you. Like, where generally are you at right now? And today we're definitely going to be talking about one of those series, The Promised Neverland. And if you asked me this probably about 3-4 years ago, would I be making a video about this? One, I wasn't making YouTube videos back then like this. Two, Promised Neverland was so just on the top of the world of anime that it would have been impossible for me to think that it would have fell off to the point where it has so far. Now, if you have not watched Promised Neverland, and I'm sorry, I'm spoiling this, but let me tell you why this series fell off. First, in 2019, when the anime first released, one, it's crazy to think that what were you originally watching The Promised Neverland for had you not read the manga? Is that you were just watching for a good time. You thought, okay, it's a new series, a new show, let's enjoy this, it's going to be a good time. And then by the end of the first episode, going to the second episode, the twist is insane. You realize that this is no go-lucky, fun, relaxing shonen series. No, this is a horror anime. It is like dark, and it gets real dark. The death of children, the mind games it plays on you, the feelings that you get for having to watch this first season was insane. And it goes to show because the manga has currently sold over 42 million copies. That is an astounding number. 42 million volumes of just Promised Neverland are out and sold. It's a lot of money. And for a series like this, you think, okay, this is one of the most popular shonen series of all time. Manga-wise, you can say that. Anime-wise, without a doubt, that's wrong. That's wrong. Entirely incorrect. Promised Neverland Season 1 can be critically acclaimed as probably being a 10 out of 10 first season. But for Season 2, I have no idea what happened. The Promised Neverland completely, and I'm sorry to say that, I know creators, mangas go through their issues with the directors, with the animation studios and companies, but for Season 2 to have fallen off so badly, to have gone off script, basically make an entire show that was not part of the manga at all. If you were a fan of Promised Neverland, you were completely and utterly confused by the second season. And that is so sad to say, because second season came out a couple years ago, and we have not gotten any update, any news about a third season so far. Rightfully so. What happened to the Promised Neverland Season 2? Not only did it pace off after like the third episode, it was just going on to a whole nother series that wasn't even recognizable no more. Don't know what arc was going on there, but it just went in a whole other direction and confused fans to the point where you don't even talk about Promised Neverland anymore. You don't hear about Promised Neverland being talked in daily discussions of what are some of the best shonen animes that have come out in the past decade. Promised Neverland is not up there no more. If you're going to talk about the best seasons, you could talk about Promised Neverland, because Season 1 was insane. It was a great series. But Season 2, sad to say, our cast of Emma, Norman, Ray, those can't even be referred to as the same characters anymore. Now, I will admit that Season 2 at the beginning was still pretty good. It's around the third season when we find Norman again and realize that his goals aren't aligning to what was previously stated in the manga. It's like they skipped the whole 2 arcs and got to talking about Norman, or even being introduced to Norman. We didn't get majority of what was supposed to happen in our second arc. And that's sad to say, because that was one of the best arcs of Promised Neverland. And although we got to see the manga finish to its completion and give us a pretty decent, some might say even lackluster ending, at least it finished and was good. The anime's been going for years, and I just don't think that this anime deserved the fall-off that it did. Now, definitely want to talk about other animes that have fallen off, but they're still releasing. Promised Neverland is not releasing anymore, and that's a sad case, because if you're like me, you really enjoy Promised Neverland. You got to enjoy the suspense it gave you, the rush it gave your heart. Season 2, sad to say, it didn't live up to the expectations, and I guess That's what happens when the first season is so great and the second season is so mid. Or to even say just horrible. And hey, I don't want it to all fans. I'm not trying to give hate to the anime. I just want to talk about it. The manga, I love the manga. The manga is good. The anime kind of sold itself. And because one spectrum of the media sold itself, the other spectrum doesn't even get checked out anymore like it used to be. That's a sad case of why the Promised Neverland fell off.